The Sims 4 has hundreds of features, mostly from tons of those paid packs obviously, but some of them are not designed to be easily encountered. It's because they are hidden behind extremely low chances, meaning you could play for thousands of hours and may never encounter them naturally. Hello everyone, this is Abi aka Onlyabidoang. Yes, I started using facecam since 45 videos ago, and today I'm going to show you 15 features that are very rare to encounter in The Sims 4. And just to clarify, when I say rare, I'm not talking about features that are rarely seen just because they're obscure or not so well known. I've already made tons of videos covering those, which you guys are probably already bored of by now. What I'm gonna talk about are rare features in the game that are programmed with very low odds of happening, relying on probabilities and chances. So, if you ever encounter one of these features in the game naturally, consider yourself either very lucky or in some cases, very unlucky. Now, without further ado, let's check out these features. If you have the Get to Work pack, you can become a scientist, invent the Sim Ray, and upgrade it to transform objects once you've reached level 3 of the scientist career. Normally, it just turns objects into another random object in the game. But if you also own the expansion pack Cottage Living or Horse Ranch, there's actually a very low chance that the transform object can turn into one of those animals instead, since they're considered as objects that are compatible to be transformed. So theoretically, you can turn a toilet into a chicken, a bunny, a goat, or a sheep. The chance of this happening depends on how many objects exist in your game based on the packs you own. So it can potentially be below 0.05%. Yes, extremely rare. In fact, I even had to modify the game a little just to capture these amazing footages because it's practically impossible to get the animal transformation multiple times in a row. With the Paranormal Stuff pack, you can turn your home into a haunted house residential lot type. This causes paranormal activity to occur every night, with all kinds of strange disturbances happening around the house. One of them is the appearance of these cute little specters that roam around your home. You can socialize with them, offer them your soul in exchange for gifts, or even trade crafted items for rewards. Their behavior depends on their color. The green specters are friendly, the blue ones are pretty depressed, and the red ones are angry and aggressive, although you can still calm them down. However, there's also a rare chance you'll encounter a secret fourth type of specter, the yellow specter. It is said to have only around a 1% chance of appearing, so if you ever see one, consider yourself lucky. This cute yellow glasses wearing specter is named Dina, and whenever you interact with one, it'll make all kinds of awkward remarks toward your sim, which can even leave your sim feeling embarrassed afterward. It will also tend to disappear from the lot much sooner compared to other specters, so be sure to quickly approach it as soon as it's here. If you have the Get Together pack, one of the board game you can play on the game table is called Don't Wake the Llama. It's basically Jenga in the Sims 4 form, where Sims take turns pulling sticks from a tall stack, and whoever causes the tower to collapse loses the game. However, there's a very rare chance that when the tower falls, instead of simply collapsing, it will literally explode, shocking everyone sitting at the table. It doesn't give your Sims a special buff or set the table on fire, but it's still a really funny little Easter egg that most players will probably never see happen naturally. With the Snowy Escape pack, Sims can take part in a special social event called the Mountain Climb Excursion, where they must travel through 4 different areas to reach the summit of Mount Komorebi. In the third area, called the Craft Icefall, right before the mountain peak, there's one final climbing wall that Sims need to overcome, and it's the tallest climbing wall in the entire pack. Only Sims with at least level 6 in the rock climbing skill are able to attempt it. Certain conditions, like bad weather or icy surfaces, can cause Sims to fall while climbing, which usually gives them a level 1 injury debuff. If they try climbing again and fail another time, they can receive a level 2 injury debuff, preventing them from climbing any further. However, if a sim continues climbing while already having the level 1 injury debuff, there's around a 10 to 15% chance that their hand will suddenly slip during the climb, causing them to fall to their death instantly. This can also happen more often if their rock climbing skill isn't so high or if they attempt to climb the wall in a not so careful way. So yeah, maybe don't risk it. In the Cats and Dogs expansion pack, Sims with high enough veterinarian skill can craft a special vet treat called the Poop Randomizer. You can make it using the vet medicine station or buy it from a vet clinic vending machine. Once you give it to your pet, it will trigger one of the two conditions. Either your pet gets the prismatic poop plague, which makes their poop rainbow colored, or they get the gilded guts disorder, which turns their poop into gold. This golden poop can actually be sold for around 20 to 50 simoleons. However, with the gilded guts disorder, something much rarer can happen. When your pet tries to poop, there's a small chance that instead of a golden poop, they'll produce a gold ingot worth exactly 6,006 simoleons. This is probably a reference to the word poop flipped upside down. I couldn't find the exact chance of this happening, but judging by how many golden poops appeared in this footage before I finally got the ingot, yeah, it's pretty rare. There's a secret mixology recipe in the Sims 4 base game that's actually pretty rare to get. If you join the culinary career, once you reach level 6, you can choose between the chef or the mixologist branch. Pick the mixology branch, and when you reach level 9, there's a small chance you'll get this career chance card where a mysterious old man walks into your bar and offers to sell you a secret drink guide for 200 simoleons. If you buy the guide, there's only a 50-50 chance that it's real. Otherwise, your sim just got scammed. The odds can increase if your sim has high mixology skill or is feeling confident when going to work. But here's the weird part. This chance card only appears at level 9 of the mixologist career. If you get promoted to level 10, the event disappears completely. So if you're trying to unlock this recipe, you might actually want to delay that promotion. Successfully get the recipe, and with level 10 mixology skill, your sim can finally make the Snaggle Fluster drink, which temporarily boosts all skill gain whenever a sim drinks it. Sims don't live forever with aging turned on, and since elders are the final life stage in The Sims 4, once their age bar is full, every extra day they live increases their chance of dying from old age. However, with the Life and Death expansion pack, there's also a chance they can pass away in their sleep. If an elder sim goes to bed with a full age bar, they may never wake up again. After the sim is reaped, the bed they died in can also gain special effects, giving buffs to other sims who sleep on it, almost as if the sim spirit still haunts the bed. Alright, before continuing, just a tiny weeny little reminder. If you've been enjoying this video but haven't subscribed yet, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. It really supports the channel, and you get some Sims knowledge or any other live sim games knowledge while you're at it. Good deal, right? Okay, enough about that, let's continue the video. In the Eco Lifestyle Pack, when a dumpster is filled, Sims can dive for deals to get a chance of obtaining random objects. These can be money, bits and pieces, upgrade parts, collectibles, broken or burned furniture and appliances, and more. However, there's a 5% chance to find exclusive furniture objects that can only be obtained from dumpster diving. These include this messy looking double bed, a makeshift bag that's actually a bicycle, a refurbished dining chair, a refurbished dining table, and a vintage antenna TV. The table, chair, and TV might look familiar because they are basically inspired by the same objects from The Sims 1. Since these dumpster exclusive objects only have around 5% chance to appear and there are 5 possible items, each individual object is basically around a 1% chance per dive. So you would probably need around hundreds of dumpster dives to collect the entire set. The Freegan trait may help increase the chance, but only slightly. So yeah, good luck collecting all these. I suggest using the luck system from the Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. If not, you might have better luck just enabling the Show Hidden Objects sheet or downloading them from the gallery. In the world of Windenburg from the Get Together pack, if you go to the Winslow district, specifically around this bridge, there's a pretty rare little detail that can happen. If a car drives through this road, there's a chance that it might stop for a very unexpected reason. I waited for days, throughout day and night, and even through rain and storm, but I couldn't get it to happen. However, after waiting for multiple sim days, I finally caught this rare moment. A car was driving across the bridge, but instead of continuing, it actually stopped to let a family of ducks cross the road. And once the ducks were gone, the car just continued driving. Yeah, this is definitely one of those tiny details that you'll probably never notice unless you're actively looking for it. If you have the Island Living pack, swimming in deep ocean water may not be as safe as it looks. After swimming for a while, your sim has a 7% chance to get the shark sighting buff, where they encounter a shark swimming past them. This doesn't kill them immediately, but it increases the chance of another hidden event, getting pulled underwater by something, which normally has around a 2% chance of happening. If your sim gets pulled underwater for the first time, they're usually safe, as the death chance is only around 0.5%. However, surviving it gives your sim a pulled under buff, making future encounters more dangerous. If they get pulled underwater again while having the pulled under or a recent shark sighting buff, it can become a guaranteed death. This death has the same animation as death by ocean drowning, but it has its own unique death sting that only plays for the specific situation. So yeah, your sim basically gets a warning from the ocean, and ignoring it may lead to your watery doom. But hey, at least you get to see Grim with his snorkeling goggles. The ghosts of those who died because of this will be the same as drowning ghosts. With the season's expansion pack, sometimes your household may receive a surprise holiday, and one of them is the lottery. When it's happening, a sim can buy a lottery ticket from the computer or the phone for 100 simoleons. After that comes the game of luck, because the winner of the lottery will be announced on 10 AM the next day. However, the chance of you winning the lottery is only around 1%. Yes, 1%. If you somehow win, you'll immediately get 1 million simoleons in cash. This extremely huge amount of money will even make your sim dazed instead of happy. But of course, most of the time, your sim won't actually win. And if that's the case, don't worry. You can still hunt down the winner, get close to them, move in with them, get the money, and then do whatever you want to them later. Still with the season's expansion pack, rainy weather, especially during summer, can sometimes turn into a thunderstorm, bringing heavy rain and occasional lightning strikes. Lightning can strike the ground, objects, or even your sims, which may kill them after a few consecutive strikes. Damn it, Emily, you should have been inside, what the heck? After a thunderstorm, you may rarely notice random gems or crystals appearing around your home. This happens because, on rare occasions, when lightning strikes the ground, it can leave behind a crystal where the strike happened, alongside the burnt mark on the floor. It's a pretty uncommon detail, so most players will probably never witness it happening naturally on their own. With the Cottage Living expansion pack, sims can buy and take care of chickens. However, if you constantly perform mean interactions on them, like yelling or scaring them, the chickens may eventually get angry and attack your sim. On the first attack, your sim will always survive. However, if they attack your sim a second time, there's now a chance of dying. If the attack comes from an evil chicken, which is a chicken fed with a midnight treat or hatched from an obsidian egg, the second attack becomes extremely dangerous and a high chance of killing your sim. But if it's just a regular chicken, the death chance is actually pretty rare, at only around 10% per attack. So if your sim somehow dies from a normal chicken attack, consider them incredibly unlucky. With the Vampires game pack, nighttime may not be as safe as it looks. There's a chance that during the night, when everyone in your household is fast asleep, a vampire can sneak into your house without being invited. They can wake up your sim, hypnotize them, drink their plasma, and then leave before anyone can do anything about it, saying that the vampire will be back if they're craving for another midnight snack. This event is called a vampire break-in. However, this feature is much rarer now. Originally, it could happen multiple times, but after an update, it gets nerfed for some reason, probably due to players complaining that it happens too frequently, so now the event has a permanent cooldown after it happens the first time, meaning it can only occur once per save file. So yeah, if you ever experience this in your game, that's gonna be the last encounter for that save. Sucks that the vampire pretty much lied to us. There's even a mod that lifts this strange nerf so that it can happen more than once again. With the Eco Lifestyle Pack, there's a rare feature that can happen if you enable the Reduce and Recycle Lot challenge. This makes it so that dumpster and outdoor trash cans aren't bottomless anymore, and you need to manually process them by recycling. After you leave too many trash inside them without processing it, flies can eventually start appearing. You can either try to clear the flies or bond with them. Both have around a 20% chance of success and around a 77% chance of failure, with the odds slightly improved by having the slop trait or low hygiene. If you successfully bond with them, you can get random gifts from the insect farm, like grub meals or cricket flour. But if you fail, you'll get the swatted buff. Whichever the outcome, the flies will disappear after that. However, there is also a rare outcome, which has around 3% chance of happening when you bond or try to clear the flies, that your sim can actually die from the flies. If this happens, the flies will swarm your entire body and suffocate you to death. Sims who die this way get a unique ghost appearance with flies swarming inside them. They will also constantly be tormented by flies from time to time, will always be successful when bonding with them, and can eat spoiled food without getting nauseous. Yeah, you have to be really unlucky to get a chance to experience this death type. So those are 15 rare features in The Sims 4. So, what do you think of these features? Do you know any other very rare features you're lucky or unlucky enough to stumble upon? Let us know in the comments down below. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope that you find this video helpful, and if you do and want more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. See you later!